My name's Kath. I'm an Area Services Manager for the Charity for Civil Servants. Today I'm going to talk to you about our Money and Guidance Service, which is one of our three main services alongside our Wellbeing Service and our Caring and Health Service. So in our Money Advice and Guidance Service, we want to help prevent money problems as well as helping people who are having difficulties. So if you're somebody who maybe feels like you're basically doing okay, but maybe you don't really think very much about budgeting, or maybe you want to do a bit more around your financial management, maybe you want to start thinking about how could I save for a holiday or for Christmas rather than putting it all on the credit card and then paying it back afterwards. Or maybe you've got longer term goals like, I don't know, perhaps saving towards a house. For all those kind of things, we've got a great range of digital tools on our website that I think could be really helpful for you. You just need to go to our website, click on digital tools, and it's all there for you. But if you have got financial difficulties, you may need to talk to an advisor to help work that through. We know that owing money can be stressful, particularly if you feel like you can't pay it back. And that might be something like rent arrears or mortgage arrears, council tax arrears. It might be maxing out on your credit card so you just can't see how you can make ends meet. It might be having an unmanageable overdraft. All those things can be really stressful. And we know that debt can arise for all kinds of reasons, and often those reasons are beyond the control of that person, but it can still be something that's really difficult to admit to. Financial difficulties can feel overwhelming and as though there's no way out. But the good news is that with good advice and some hard work, it is possible to find sustainable solutions to debt problems. So, I work as part of our qualified and experienced team of debt and money advisors. We're qualified and authorised by the Financial Conduct Authority to provide independent and impartial advice, and we work across England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland. Just as a figure for you, last year we provided one-to-one debt advice for just shy of 1,000 people. So in terms of debt advice, what is that? Well, we provide that on the telephone. And debt advice itself is quite a structured process, but we always consider individual needs, so no conversation will be the same. We'll start off by getting to know you a bit, finding out what's been going on what's caused your indebtedness, because that will always impact how we advise you. And then we'll start to talk about your income and expenditure. And from that, when we've also talked about your debts, the advice can begin. And we can advise on all kinds of debts. We can advise on mortgage and rent arrears. We can advise on council tax arrears. We can also advise on things like credit card debt, overdrafts, all kinds of things. And then we can also advise on court action for debt, the dreaded bailiffs, and we can also, of course, advise on the whole range of debt solutions, both formal and informal. And you may find that with just a bit of advice and your own hard work, that actually you can get back on track with your finances. You might find that you need to be referred to another organisation. That might be because we've decided together that some kind of formal debt solution is the best option for you, and we can help with that referral. It may be that you need some financial assistance just to help you with implementing the advice to get back on track with your finances. In that situation, our grants team will look at your whole situation and will then make a decision. I can't say to you we will definitely provide a grant, but we'll certainly look at it, and I think it's really important that you bear that in mind. It might be that you need some extra support with your mental health and well-being. We know that there's such a big link between debt and mental health. It may be that you've got caring or health needs that should be addressed. We certainly know that caring can have a huge impact on somebody's finances. If that's the case, we'd talk to you about making a referral to our other services, our wellbeing service or our caring and health service. What we really want is to help you to have long-term sustainable solutions to your financial difficulties. If you think that we can help, please get in touch. The best way to do that is to make an application to the charity. Just go to our website, click on Apply for Help, and then you will be taken through the application process. Good luck.
Hi, I'm Tom. I'm an Area Services Manager here at the Charity for Civil Servants. and today I'm here to talk to you about budgeting. So when we talk about budgeting, many people ask why set a budget, as they often see budgeting as cutting back and having no fun, when actually it can be quite the opposite. It can open up fun for you in many regards. By setting a budget, you can make sure that you've covered all of your priority expenditures such as rent, mortgages, council tax, gas and electric, TV licence payments, and that you've got enough money left for the essentials such as your travel costs and your food and any leisure costs that you may have. It can also help you plan for future spending such as holidays or home improvements. Budgeting does help you take control of your finances, which in turn can make life a little bit less stressful as well. It's very, very important to be realistic when you set a budget. If you don't, then quite simply your budget won't work. You need to have a very clear picture of your income and your expenditure. So before you start, you might want to pull out any pay slips, pension slips, benefit letters, bank statements and any other relevant documentation that relates to your income. You might also want to keep a spending diary as well, maybe keep receipts and things over a period of time, ideally a month possibly, and that'll give you a good indication of what your average spend is across that kind of period. What you also need to do when you do set a budget is include all of the things that people tend to forget, such as nights out and takeaways and all of those irregular expenses, if you like. You also need to be putting aside contingencies for things like birthdays, Christmas, holidays, replacing things in the household, car repairs and all of those kind of things as well. Although they're not monthly costs, they do obviously come up. Going through your finances will also help you see where your money goes, so you'll be able to pick up on areas where you're overspending, so you'll be able to see if you're overspending on things such as fuel, insurances or mobile phone contracts for example. You'll be able to identify as well whether there are any cheaper options and better deals, and if you subscribe to any services such as streaming services, then you'll be able to identify whether you're actually getting true value for money out of them and if you're actually using them at all. Also as well, what it can help you with do is planning meals, so making a list when you go shopping is often useful, and this can help you focus your spending. Stocking up on items when you do shopping often helps as well, if for example there's a deal on a particular item, and this can in turn help you cook in bulk, which can also reduce costs. When you do look at offers in supermarkets though, it's often good to maybe reassess or to avoid perhaps sometimes the fresh food offers, as these often end up going in the bin if they don't get used in time. So with busy lives, it often feels like that we haven't got time to go through our finances, but ultimately the rewards are worth it. As I said earlier, it can relieve stress, and it can also, as we've said, save you money too. Checking your bank statements regularly will help you keep on track. It will also help you identify issues with overspending. For example, contactless payments make spending easy, but they can often throw your budget out. Checking statements also helps protect against fraud, so you can identify any expenditures that are not yours. But if you do overspend, which happens from time to time, then try and perhaps rein in other areas or plan to cut back in the following month. It is good if you can do as well to include amounts for saving, if you can obviously, as this will give you a bit of a buffer against unexpected expenses. But before you save, do make sure that you've dealt with any outstanding debts that you have, as these will generally cost you more in interest and you'll gain in interest on your savings. If you do have issues with debt, or you do want more information around managing money, then this information can be found on our website. And if you do need any in-depth assistance, then one of our experienced debt and money advice workers will be able to help you with this and provide one-to-one support. So if you do think that any of our services may be of use, then please get in touch. The easiest way to do this is to go to our website and to click on the Apply for Help button, and from there you'll be guided through the process. Thanks very much for listening today.
Hi, I'm Thomas, Money Advice and Services Officer for the Charity for Civil Servants. I'm here today to talk to you about rent arrears. Rent arrears is quite a serious situation affecting a number of people. It can come about from a number of reasons, such as long-term sick, loss of job, or perhaps paying non-priority debts such as credit cards. Either way, do not ignore the situation. Speak to your landlord. You may be able to get some assistance with your rent. If you're unable to come up with an informal agreement with your landlord, you may find that they issue you with a notice of proceedings. This could come across as a Section 21 notice or a notice to quit. Either way, this is the landlord's formal request for you to resolve the situation or leave the property. However, it does not require you to leave the property immediately. You still have time to resolve the situation. At this point, it is very important to seek advice. If you are not able to resolve the situation at this point, the chances are it will end up in court. At this point, you will be given the opportunity to go in front of a sheriff or a judge to put your case across and to put your proposals to resolve the situation. If your proposals are reasonable, you may find that the sheriff allows you some time to resolve the situation before it gets to an eviction. However, if you are unable to keep up with proposals, you will find that the court order will be enforced and you will be asked to leave the property. If you are asked to leave the property, you will still be given another formal notice providing you with the date that you must leave. Again, this will be at least a 7-day notice. It may not be too late to resolve things, and again, if you haven't sought advice before, it is very important that you seek advice at that stage. The charity offers a money advice and guidance service, and we have trained advisors who can give impartial advice to help your situation. We may be able to help with financial assistance in certain circumstances. If you do feel that the charity can help you, please go onto our website and click the Apply for Help button, and one of our advisors will be in contact with you to discuss the situation. I hope this helps. Thank you for listening.